Happy entertainment news here this morning, kicking things off, of course, with Jimmy Kimmel. Vince Vaughn, the latest star to leave his hands and footprints in front of the famous Chinese theater out there in Hollywood. So, of course, Jimmy had to give him some big congratulations, right? Check out what happens.
Congratulations. You were the recipient of a great honor this morning. You got your hands and feet pressed in cement at the Chinese theater, which is a big deal. It really is a big deal. Yeah. And you signed your name in cement, which doesn't look like it's that easy to do because you mixed capitals and cursive.
This is actually, for me, pretty good penmanship. If a teacher was going to look at it, I'd turn that in with a big smile on my face.
We have Billy Madison when he has to go to the front, the chalkboard in front of the class and try to write.
Yeah, I can't write the Z or the Q's or whatever.
It's not great stuff.
Kind of looked like that Etch-a-Sketch there.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Did you see that Vince Vaughn and some of his stars from his new movie that he's in, they posed for a bunch of stock photos now of them like pretending to be in an office.
Oh, that's too
So
funny.
that people can use them when they have, this study says this, and it can be a photo of Vince Vaughn.
That's
and they're all
funny.
like those, typical cheesy stock photos.
Yeah,
so.
very nice.
Good stuff there. Jimmy Kimmel every weeknight at 11:35 right here on WTXL. Some other entertainment news this morning, talking about a different late night host.
Yeah.
Coco.
This is an interesting one.
Going to Cuba. Late night talk show host Conan O'Brien took his comedy to Havana. That's Havana, Cuba.
Yeah.
Not our Havana. Conan said putting the show in Cuba had its challenges because it's the first time in 50 years an American late night host has visited Cuba. The special comes just months after the U.S. and Cuba agreed to ease decades-long restrictions on travel and business. This episode aired last night, and of course, TBS always loves to put these online, and you can see at least he's soaking up the culture, right? I had seen the other part of him like dancing on the street. It was kind of like their promotional still for it. So he did this, he went to Chicago, and he really does like immerse himself in it. He's not just like, oh, I'm setting the show here.
There's been interviews of, Conan's been interviewed about this experience because, he's one of the first people that's been able to do this. So it's been kind of interesting. Definitely worth seeing for sure.
Who's going to go where next? That's the question. Well, there is no more need for speed. The USS Ranger that appeared in the classic movie Top Gun is heading on its final voyage, going to a scrapyard in Brownsville, Texas. The company purchased the former aircraft carrier for a mere penny. The Ranger, which was commissioned in 1957, was part of the Vietnam War and Operation Desert Storm. To a scrapyard?
Yeah, bye-bye.
Couldn't they have done something else with it?
Well, they're going to make some scrap money off of it. Well, man, I feel like a woman.
Something you're trying to tell us here, Max?
Well, Shania's trying to tell us something. She is coming back, people.
Yeah.
If you love country music or even pop country, sort of, you would love her because obviously she was a huge hit in the 90s. Yesterday on Good Morning America, the singer announced she is going back on tour after a nearly 11-year break. She really hasn't been on that much of a break, though, because she was performing in Vegas for 2 years, which just ended. The Canadian star will embark on the 48-city Rock This Country tour, scheduled to begin in June. Catch her while you can, because she also announced that this will be her last one, which I don't think is too big of a surprise. She became a mommy. She wants to do that mostly full-time.
She said this is going to be like an encore, no holds barred, so it's going to be, I think, a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of old songs, hopefully,
Man, I feel like a woman.
coming back out just for one last time.
You're going to be dancing all day now.
It's a good one.